Warning, this video contains a toy spider. If you are severely arachnophobic, I highly suggest you look away when you see tarantulas on the screen. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, it's Khan. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am the fabulous leader of the Decepti-KHAN army, and today we are going to be reviewing Tarantulas. It's the itsy bitsy spider from Beast Wars. You guys might have seen him in another video. It was actually in the save point where I announced that this is our 20 subscriber guy. Here's who is going to be our newest member added into the team here. It is none other than Tarantulas from Beast Wars. Please welcome Tarantulas to the team here. So yes, we are going to be finally reviewing the 20 subscriber guy, Tarantulas here. So he is actually our first official Beast Wars character that we're reviewing. I do have both Scorponok and Double Punch as Predacons, but they're obviously not part of this universe. But he practically is our first Beast Wars character that we're going to be reviewing here. Which, by the way, I did actually watch Beast Wars recently. I absolutely love the whole entire season. I love the characters that are in there, especially all of the Predacons in there. But Tarantulas is definitely the most wicked of the bunch. But yeah, I really kind of like his twist with the whole season, though. So yeah, we're gonna get kind of twisted with this guy a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and check this guy out, and we're gonna see what Tarantulas is all about. Here is Tarantulas, and we're going to see what his articulation is all about. So his head can rotate all the way around, so you can look left and right. His head doesn't really move up and down that much, but at least there's a little bit of some movement with it. His arms can rotate all the way around. He's got some twists in his arms, like he's got two areas where you can twist. His spider legs are articulated, so you can actually move them. I believe you can also bend and move them around. You'll mainly want to kind of play around with this once you get into his alt mode here. His hand, or I guess it's like his claw, I guess, it does actually bend, so I guess you can kind of say this is his elbow bend right here. He can rotate at around the waist, though I think it's more like the upper chest section, like the upper torso actually rotates because this is for the transformation. He can bend over, and he can also bend over backwards a little bit. His legs can go back and forth, and yes, I did test that he can do the splits. His legs can bend, his legs can rotate, his feet can point up and downwards. There's no rotation to it, but he does have ankle tilt. And yeah, that seems to be about it for his articulation. As a bit of a note, there's going to be two different photo shoots here. We're going to have a photo shoot with him in his robot mode, and then there's actually going to be a second photo shoot, which will come in a little bit later. So let's go ahead and get right into the first photo shoot here and see if we can make Tarantulas into a server model. So Tarantulas comes with a crossbow. So the crossbow is broken up into two pieces. You kind of have like the crossbow portion, and then you have like this pizza cutter looking thing. I don't know what it is, but it kind of looks like a pizza cutter. But basically, you can actually attach both these weapons independently. So you can actually have the crossbow as one weapon and then his pizza cutter on another. Both weapons are interchangeable. You can also combine the two together to create his actual crossbow. The first time I played around with this, I think I actually put it on the wrong way. So I think this is actually how you're supposed to put it on. I know it was a little bit confusing because I saw like the two pegs and I thought, I was like, am I doing this correctly? And pretty much I'm pretty sure this is how it's supposed to be equipped. And of course, if you want to kind of do it the other way, because I think this is how I did it last time, it does kind of fit, but it's a little bit kind of awkward. Now, I did test to see if he can equip other weapons here. I was able to have him hold Black Dragon swords, though he can barely kind of hold them, and at least like for now in this angle he can hold them, but he won't be able to kind of hold them for long because of how his hands are designed. I did see if he could try to hold Novocaine and Freezer, but because of how heavy Novocaine and Freezer are, he does kind of flop over. He does kind of flop over, so this is like what he would sort of look like if he had Novocaine and Freezer equipped. And lastly, I want to see if you can equip Barricade's gun, and he definitely can, but a little bit of a note about his hands. So Tarantula's hands, there's like two gaps basically. You kind of notice that there's like a bigger gap and a smaller gap. You can actually slot the gun in both gaps. In fact, it fits a lot more nicely in the smaller gap, but you can also put it in the larger gap if you need to. It's not quite as snug, but at least you can actually still slot it in here. So yeah, you kind of have two spots where you can actually slot Barricade's gun if you would like. Okay, guys, you know what time it is. It's time that I transform this guy into a spider. Oh boy. But believe it or not, this transformation was actually not that bad. It kind of reminded me a little bit like Novocaine and Freezer a little bit, where like it seems like it's complicated, but it's actually not. Like once you kind of get it down, it's actually pretty easy. Here is my transformation attempt on the itsy bitsy spider here. I think it looks close, but I don't think I did his legs correctly. I don't think I did his legs correctly because they're kind of still sticking out. Because from the front, it looks fine, but then when you look at the back, or at least from profile, it definitely is really sticking out. I really don't know what I might have did wrong here, but I'll have to double check with the instructions. Maybe I have to look up a video really quick to see like what I might be missing. But I'm pretty sure that's not what it's supposed to look like in the back. But yeah, this is my transformation attempt on him. And yeah, he definitely looks like a spider. I would definitely have to give him maybe a 2 out of 10 on difficulty. I don't think he wasn't really too bad. And I think after playing around with it, it's actually really satisfying to see him go from robot mode to his alt mode here. I definitely had like the same level of fun like with Novocaine and Freezer when I convert those little guys into like the guns and that stuff. So this one was another really fun one to kind of just tinker around and a little bit kind of therapeutic a little bit. And again, you can play around with the legs if you need to, especially if you need to fix his orientation and positioning. And yeah, that's just it. He's just a spider. So earlier, this was actually something I did not show off because I think I did his legs wrong, but something that I didn't show in the video was, I guess you could say it's like the weapon storage, but it's actually how you create like the little tail bit for him. Basically, you could take the crossbow end and put it at the back here where the legs are. I think this is where it's supposed to go, but I think because I did the legs wrong, it's not really, it's not really sitting in very well. But I think this is where it's supposed to go. And then his little pizza cutter is supposed to go on his chest right here, as you can see. So yeah, that's kind of where you place his weapons in his alt mode. As I had mentioned earlier, there's actually going to be 2 photo shoots. So now we're going to go into the second photo shoot now. So in the second photo shoot, it's going to be on Tarantula's alt mode here. So this is actually a first. I've never done a photo shoot where the character's in their alt mode. It was a comment that I made in one of my recordings where he kind of looks like a Halloween prop. And it kind of got me thinking, I'm like, ooh, I wonder how this character would look if the other characters kind of interacted with him. So this really got me an idea for a photo shoot. And you're going to see in a minute several different characters that we were shooting with. And I really wanted to kind of choose who I think had the best pictures to really sell me the idea of the itsy bitsy spider tarantulas here. So I had a lot of fun with the photo shoot. It's basically going to be like a little bit of a critique. Let's go ahead and take a look and see who had the best pictures with the itsy bitsy spider here, right? And as a bit of a note, the person who actually has the best picture will be featured in the next photo shoot, which I won't tell you who we're reviewing next, but they are going to be featured in the next little photo shoot as the winner of the best photo here from this photo shoot. So we're going to go ahead and critique each of the pictures. And we're going to start off with Widow, actually. So we have the tarantulas with the orange widow. I know it's not a black widow, but you get what I mean. So Widow, how was it shooting tarantulas?
It was kind of nerve-wracking. Like, I've never worked with a giant spider before.
Hey, you did great.
So Widow, would you like to see your best photo with tarantulas?
Oh, I'm ready.
So here's your best photo right here. Ooh, okay.
Oh my.
Wow, Widow, you actually look like an actress.
Oh, stop it.
Not a bad shot, Widow. Better than someone that I know.
I heard that.
You know, Widow, I love the face. I love the eye contact. I love that you're about to reach out the gun. It looks a little better cropped because you don't know what's going to happen next. But I definitely think this is a model shot.
Does that mean you like my picture?
I absolutely love the picture, so you did a really great job, Widow.
Up next, we have Bone Shaker.
I figured let's try using a different character this time. And actually, I want to see if one of the Autobots actually can do a really good job. And out of the two between Twinmill and Bone Shaker, I personally think Bone Shaker took the better picture. So Bone Shaker, would you like to see how your picture turned out? So here's your best photo, Bone Shaker.
Wow.
Boring. I really hate it.
You certainly don't appreciate the art of the Autobots, do you?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I love Ning's photography, but come on. There are way better pictures to choose from.
You know what? You know what's funny though? We actually got this on the first try. We did took a few other photos, but we were able to get this picture in one go. That's crazy. And it's funny because like I did had a bit of an issue taking photos with you previously, but you definitely understood the prompt. It's those piercing red eyes, like girl, the piercing red eyes. Let's zoom in on the face really quick. Yep. I definitely love it. I love the piercing red eyes. And again, it looks better cropped too. Like you don't know what's going to happen. So definitely love the shot. All right.
Up next, we have the Battle of the Predacons. Double Punch.
So a double punch, you really surprised me actually. You really surprised me because in the beginning it was a little hard getting the right angles, getting the right shot. And we also had to really kind of be wary of the lighting. So I was a little bit kind of nervous we weren't going to be able to get the shot.
But hey, it still worked out. I think that last photo was the best one.
All right, double punch. Here is your best photo.
Oh, wow.
You know, like I'm getting chills down my spine, girl. Like my eye definitely goes right to your face. Like, look at this.
It's very unsettling.
Now look who's talking. What do you think, Double Punch? Do you like your picture?
I look like I'm dying.
Like double punch, you definitely look dead in the picture, but dead in a good way. In fact, you are modeling from head to toe in here. I would have liked to have seen your body a little bit more broken up a little bit. Make it kind of feel like you're kind of struggling, like, oh, you know, like give us a little bit more angle with the body. But still, I think this is a really strong shot, double punch. This could be one of your best pictures you've taken so far. I feel like when you crop it, especially crop it from the body, it definitely sells the imagery that you're getting eaten up by tarantulas. I definitely love it. This is the one picture I was really trying to get out of you, is to really sell me how, you know, mean and nasty tarantulas is. So you absolutely are modeling from head to toe in this picture. Definitely love it. You should be really proud of yourself.
Up next, we have Scourge.
So Scourge, there were a lot of different pictures that I liked, but I think this one is probably the one picture that I definitely love a lot. Would you like to see your best take?
Hopefully you catch me on my good side.
Here it is.
Whoa. Ning, why did you choose this picture?
Yeah, you know, like, it's kind of funny because I really love this pose. Because it looks like you're running, right? It looks like you're running for your life, but you're just actually posing. And the one thing I really love is that you're definitely selling the emotion that, like, oh, you know, I got attacked by a spider. Like, absolutely. Like, you're definitely selling me the imagery. I really love it a lot. I also love that you're modeling the Predacon symbol on your wrist down here. I love the facial expression. But you know what I don't like about this picture?
Let me guess. Is it my eyes? Please tell me it's my eyes.
It's the lighting, and that's part of my fault. You know, it was really hard getting you in the right spot without making tarantulas fall over, because he was holding on for dear life, dude. Like, he was definitely about to fall off so many times, so we really had to carefully position you, and this was the best shot that I could get. I definitely love this picture. I wish the lighting was a little bit better, but I think it's still a model shot, so job well done, Scourge.
Up next, we have Hatchet.
So Hatchet, this was a little bit interesting because you were one of the last few people that we were shooting, and unfortunately we were losing a lot of light during that time, so it was really tough getting the lighting down, so we had to use our own lights in our room. But what I'm really surprised is we were able to get it in one shot, one go. Like, you absolutely just went in there, went out, and we got the shot, like, in just 2 minutes. I'm really impressed. So would you like to see your best photo, Hatchet? Here is your best photo, Hatchet.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. It's strong. It's dynamic. It really suits you, Hatchet.
Hatchet, buddy, you look like a figurine in this picture.
We were losing a lot of light in this picture, so I was a little bit afraid we were not going to get a good picture. But look at this. I love the way that your claws are in this picture. Like you have one claw on Tarantula's leg and then the other one crushing the other leg. There's a clear power struggle happening in this picture. It's telling me a story, and you're definitely modeling from claw to claw in this picture. You're definitely a model, Hatchet. I definitely love it a lot.
Of course the dog would do really well.
And last but not least, I have Barricade. So Barricade, I'm going to be really honest, I had a hard time photographing you because most of the time you were kind of staring at the camera. Like you were like a little too aware that you were being photographed. And I really needed a picture where you weren't looking at the camera so much. So I feel like this is probably your best picture right here. So would you like to see your best take in this photo?
It better be a good photo. I was really sweating back there.
So here's your best photo, Barricade.
Oh, come on. What was the picture where I was slicing his head off? Hey, we gotta keep it PG-13 here.
I don't know what to say about this picture.
I know what I'm gonna say. You suck, Barricade. Come on, it can't be that bad of a picture, right? It's bad, isn't it?
You know, Barricade, I don't think it's not a bad picture, actually. In fact, it looks better upside down. I love that this is one of the only few pictures where you didn't make any eye contact and that you were mostly focused on tarantulas. Because I really wanted you to sell me the idea that you're fighting back, basically. And indeed, you definitely look like you're fighting back. Like you definitely look like you're like, oh, get this stupid spider off of me, right? Like you're almost a model in this picture, Barricade. You're almost a model.
We'll see about that.
All right, you guys. I know that there were more photos, but these were some of the ones I wanted to critique on. And also, I feel like these were the best of the bunch. So I'd like to kind of know down below, whose photo did you like out of the bunch? Did you enjoy Widow, Double Punch, Barricade, Scourge, Bone Shaker, or Hatchet? If you guys like the photography, make sure to subscribe because there's going to be plenty more of these photo shoots in the future. And I hope that my photos serve as inspiration to some people. Whether you're a new photographer, inspiring photographer, or an experienced one, I'm hoping that my photography gives inspiration and gives some creative ideas what you could do with these figures. Because Tarantulas definitely looked really great as a prop, but I'm also glad that he also stood out in some of these pictures as well. It really kind of creates like a nice little dramatic scene. We have our pet spider here. We have our pet spider tarantulas here. Like, what do I have to kind of say about tarantulas, pretty much? Yeah, a couple things I can kind of critique about tarantulas, basically. Yeah, in his robot mode, like, the spider legs are definitely kind of a distraction. It was really hard kind of really getting good shots of him without being so distracted by all the arms, like all the legs that he has. They are a little bit of a distraction, and I kind of wish that maybe there would have been a way to kind of remove them. I mean, I guess technically you could remove them off of here, but then you have like 8 limbs you got to put back, which can be kind of annoying. But I don't know, maybe that's just kind of me, and maybe that's why I kind of prefer his alt mode. Because honestly, his alt mode, like him being in spider form, is probably the strongest feature about him. And you know, like he's like a giant spider. Yeah, he's like a giant spider. I think he's even bigger than Scorponok, actually. I'll have to really kind of do a bit of a quick little comparison to see if he's bigger than Scorponok, but look at this. The size of my palm, basically. He's definitely really big. But yeah, other things I can kind of critique on, his pincer things. I kind of wish that the pincers, like just this lower part of the pincer, could be movable a little bit so that, because I kind of wish that the claw or the hand things, it's kind of the same case with like overload. I kind of wish that you could open these up a little bit so that he could pinch things or hold things a little bit more, kind of have a little more of a grip, right? Because I think that that's kind of like a little added detail that I think that they could have added onto him a little bit. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of would like to have his little hands be like grabby things, like just be able to pinch things, you know? I kind of wish that he could be able to pinch things. Now, speaking about like articulation a little bit, maybe I don't know if it would be like in the articulation section, but in spider mode he's very static. Like there's not a lot of mobility you could do with him, because like his torso and head and that stuff, like once you get everything in the right spot, he's really stiff, like really stiff. Like there's no head rotation, no body twist. It's kind of a very similar case to Hatchet. But at least Hatchet's head can move. But, you know, with this guy, like, once he's in his alt mode, he's really, really static. Like, he literally looks like a Halloween decoration. He definitely has like that Halloween toy kind of vibe to it. And I don't want to say that that's like a bad thing or anything like that. I bet he doesn't have like a string or something like that, so you could just kind of dangle on the dangle on the ceiling sort of thing. There's so many little things they could have done with this, honestly. I mean, I guess maybe you could install like a thread so he has like silk or something coming out of his butt a little bit, but coming out from the behind a little bit. Do I recommend Tarantulas? I would only really recommend them if either you love Beast Wars or you love spiders. That's really the only thing I only recommend, because I think in his alt mode, I think he makes a great prop. But in robot mode, I think you could do a lot more with it. But again, the legs can be a little bit distracting. I don't really kind of recommend him if you're arachnophobic or if you don't really like tarantulas in general. I think he's an okay figure. I think he's solid in the alt mode, and even his robot mode's fine. But I think it's kind of limiting a little bit. Again, he kind of looks like a Halloween decoration in his alt mode. I think he would make a solid addition into someone's team, whether you like spiders, Transformers, Beast Wars, whatever it is. I think he would definitely fit in, all right? So that kind of wraps up my review on tarantulas here. So I don't know how we're going to make him wave goodbye, but I'm just going to roll over the clip of tarantulas waving goodbye. If you guys like this review, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next review, alright? So, have a good night, you guys.